Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Holderhek channel. Today, we are going to be going into the part 2 of the Should You Rank as a Shaman guide in Classic WoW. Remember, in part 1, we did Enhancement and Restoration, so if you're interested in those guides, you can check them out right here. This is going to be your PvP rank 10 set as an elemental shaman. Now, before we move forward, we're going to go into the same thing we went into with the other guides. The off pieces are not going to change, nor are they necessarily BIS moving forward. They're just here as a baseline. So, Choker of the Firelord, Saffron Drape, Earth Fury Bracers, 2 rings of spell power, 2 trinkets, and this mana igniting cord. They're just there for stats. I picked what I thought would be like the best items you could get for this current phase, or at least close to the best items you could get for this current phase, and we're just using them as placeholders, okay? So this is not a BIS list. You would end up, if you wore the complete PvP set, with 249 spell damage, 249 spell healing, and you'd have more than 9.15% spell crit. Obviously, as elemental, you have a lot of spell crit. This is just what you're getting from stats and gear, okay? Now, 4,350 health, almost 5,000 mana. That's really good. That's solid. You would be very hard to kill, especially with Malistar's Defender here. Like, if we went to defenses, like, you have a ton of armor. That's really, really good, okay? But let's compare your blue set here to what you could create not PvPing at all, okay? So, this is utilizing current raid tier, which is just Molten Core and Onyxia, and you have some DM items thrown in here. You have the same off pieces again. Remember, they don't change. And you're going to end up with 253 spell power, 293 spell power on nature damage, and slightly more spell crit. We can even compare them here. So you'd end up with 44 less nature damage, 62 less healing. You'd end up with 360 more health, but let's be real, guys, 360 more health is absolutely not worth it. So we're just going to come to a very quick determination. The same determination we made on the enhancement set is that the rank 10 gear is absolutely garbage, and you should not just aim for rank 10. Now, this is going to be your PvP epic set. This is a somewhat different story than the blue set, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your viewpoint. If you compare this epic set to the blue set, you get 79 more spell power, you get 600 more health, you get 270 more mana, you get some melee stats too, but you really don't care about that. And to be fair, a lot of that comes from the weapon, right? The weapon giving you 72 spell damage and a spell crit is very, very good for this early in the game. Now, if your goal as a shaman is to, go to rank 14, and I said this with the enhancement guide, you're not gonna do badly with the rank 14 set. However, unlike the enhancement shaman, who has to get this gear to really remain competitive in PvP up until, like, phase 5, you, as an elemental shaman, can actually get away with just using gear from Blackwing Lair. Obviously, you can supplement this with gear from ZG and Phase 5, and I'll show you that in a second. But let's compare just the gear you can take from Blackwing Lair and compare that to your epic PvP set. You're going to lose spell damage. You're going to lose 60 nature damage. You're going to gain a spell crit. I don't exactly know how that happens, but you somehow gain a spell crit. And you're also going to gain, like, 1,000 health. Now, I'm not telling you that this Phase 3 gear is necessarily better than the PvP set, but I'm saying you can get away with using it And the fact that you do more damage is gonna help you bridge that gap of not being a supremely tanky, unkillable nightmare. If you move into the later phases, this becomes even more noticeable. So if you got your Phase 5 gear, and I'm just going to say this one more time, obviously in Phase 5, you're not going to be using Earth Fury Bracers or, you know, Rings of Spell Power anymore, but they're just there as a guideline. Anyway, you're ending up with 448 nature damage, okay? Let's compare that to the epic set. You're losing 120 nature damage, and you're only now gaining about 800 health. At this point in the game, everybody one-shots everybody. If you have 5,000 health, it's like, congratulations, now you're only getting 2-shot. So stamina, at least having that much stamina, isn't as big of a deal as you think it would be. So, trying to make this as quick and to the point as possible. As an elemental shaman, it is far less imperative for you to get rank 14 than it would be for an enhancement shaman. The epic PvP gear and the PvP weapons for you are nice, but they are absolutely not necessary for you to get, for you to be really good at PvP. You end up with a lot of really cool items from raids that you can take and gear yourself out, as long as you're willing to piss off some mages and warlocks, which, let's be real, we're all willing to piss off some mages and warlocks. And that's it. We conclude the Should You Rank as a Shaman Guide Part 2. I hope you found it informative, or at the very least entertaining. I want to take a special moment here, since we're in the new year, to thank everyone who's been with the channel since I founded it like a week or two before Classic launched. I never really expected this channel to blow up the way it did. I just wanted to make a guide for Enhancement Shaman, and then people really liked that guide, and so here we are. We're going to be moving forward into the new year with new guides about Classic WoW, and perhaps if I ever decide to play a different video game, we'll have guides on that one as well. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my cold, dead heart. You guys have renewed my faith in humanity just a little bit. If you like what I do here, hit me with that subscribe and that bell. Go over to Twitch, the Holderhek. Hit me with a follow and a Twitch Prime subscription, and I will love you forever. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.